for Gleghorn. Oh, and that was spectacular. That was superb. And it was Andy Cook.
Welcome to Turf Moor, looking in absolutely fantastic condition as, well, everybody looks ahead to next season. But we're looking back to the 1996-97 season, the second part of it, which started out with a game against Liverpool in the FA Cup, and which looked at one stage as though it was going to provide promotion or at least a playoff place for Burnley Football Club as well, only for things to fall away right at the end of the season. We'll be talking to Clive Middlemas, who's been a guiding influence here despite all the changes at Burnley Football Club, asking him about what's happened, about the matches, and about the future as well. We hope you're going to enjoy it.
Full house is expected here, and away to my left, the delighted Burnley fans seeing their team run out onto the field in their own chain strip of all white. Referee for this afternoon's FA Cup third round is Mr. Kirkby from Sheffield. Can hear ourselves over the public address system here. Would have been through there, but for and that was a careless ball again from Weller. Liverpool definitely playing the five-a-side passing game at the moment. Whether it's coming off or not remains to be seen. Thomas plays it over to that far side. Here's McAteer. That was a foul. No, it wasn't, says the referee. Jamie Hoyland took the ball cleanly. That's the ever young David Ayres down that far side. A great cross in. Oh, and it's over the back. But a great burst of speed there from David Ayres, and coming up shortly to his 33rd birthday, but he certainly doesn't show any signs of his age. Barnes. And this could look promising again. A nice dummy. Collymore strikes! 1-0. 12 minutes into the game, and that is the way to finish off a super goal. Stan Collymore on 12 minutes gives Liverpool the lead. Burnley couldn't do anything about that one. It was wide open for Collymore as the ball played across the front of the 18-yard box, and Collymore made no mistake. Memories of a 1976 First Division League match, in an evening match here at Anfield. Burnley beat Liverpool by 1-0. The goal scorer was, well, that was nearly Paul Barnes. Just saying the goal scorer on that day was Ian Brennan, and Ray Clements was beaten with a thunderous 30-yard drive, and Jimmy Adamson was the then Burnley manager. And Berger surging in on Hoyland, who heads forward. No real chance for that one for Weller with his height. And, oh, some great play from Berger here. Now this could be number 2, and a good save in the end, and a good challenge from David Ayres. Berger was set for Liverpool's second, right on the penalty spot. David Ayres made the challenge and made Marlon Beresford collect the ball. Super play from the Clarets, good play again from the Reds. Of course, Berger kept out this side by Robbie Fowler. I can't really understand it when you see Berger surging forward as he is again. And Harrison, that was a Burnley goal kick. Harrison having a real old battle with Patrick Berger. Let's get round Matteo, and the answer there is no. And James, whoa, a bit of bit of the old dribbling stuff from David James, body swerving and all. Oh, and this is Berger again. This could be it. Oh, magnificent save from Marlon Beresford. A super save from the Burnley goalkeeper. And, well, was it in when he touched that ball? Was it in the 18-yard box? We'll never know. We'll look on the replay later. That was a foul. Matteo for Bab. Bab going forward this time. Early ball in from him. Oh, and this is Berger. Shoots. Oh, and a good save from Beresford again. The Burnley keeper, outstretched hands that he has, just manages to tip that away from going in the bottom left-hand corner as we look from the gantry here. And Chris Brass plays it up, looking again for Weller, but Matteo's there again, once again for Liverpool. Gleghorn. Hoyland. Winstanley launches it long, and Paul Barnes here. Now then, the chance. No, the referee's blown. Seemed like Burnley were on for a goal there, but offside decision against Paul Barnes. Free kick quickly taken, and away go Liverpool again. Andy Cook just getting back into the trainer's bench there after a run down the touchline. He's asking Thomas to get back, and the referee allows the free kick to be taken, and Gary Parkinson soon scampered away by Thomas as Parkinson took that free kick. Smith, ooh, and that that could be interesting. Very interesting. No, it's not going in, but it was a good effort too. A long way, just wide of the upright there. And my watch time is up here. Littlewoods FA Cup round 3. Looks like Liverpool are going through, and indeed they have. That goal scored by Stan Collymore on 12 minutes, a tremendous goal that it was. Burnley fought back hard. They spent most of the match defending. Things turned around when Glenn Little and Andy Cook came on, but time ran out for the Clarets. A good performance from Burnley. They should be proud of that. It finished Liverpool 1, Burnley 0.
So not a very convincing clearance. Bristol City hoping to keep the pressure on. Barnard and Tinian, who combine so well down the left-hand side. Here's Barnard. Again, Burnley get the block on the cross. Still City await their first real chance. Agostino's in here. Bent! Would you believe it? Bristol City have scored at almost the first time of asking, and Junior Bent is the goal scorer. Best of passes by the City skipper. Back at right back now, of course. Slight reshuffle. He's been playing in midfield for most of the season. City with more defending to do here. Parkinson to Gleghorn. Little and Barnes combine well. Little again towards the far post. Smith, and Burnley have their equaliser. 10 minutes before half-time, and Paul Smith has levelled the scores. Delight for the travelling fans who've made it down from Lancashire, and an excellent move, you have to say, and beautifully finished. Taylor came to meet it, then got a helping hand from Andy Cook, who just shoved him out of the way. It's blatant a free kick, as you'll see. Gota, still haven't seen the best of him this afternoon. He's done well there to nudge the ball on for Tinian. Now Gota, great chance, great goal! And suddenly it's all come right for Sean Gota and Bristol City. He really hasn't been having a good afternoon, but he was in exactly the right place at the right time to get the vital goal which gives Bristol City the lead.
Very difficult games because, again, you know, a lot of factors come into it, and I think it's a very much of a leveller. Whether whoever's above each other, it doesn't matter who's above each other. It's a leveller, and derby matches are always like that.
Ayres with the throw. And he got the deflection, and he gets the corner.
Yeah, just try to whip it in there, but he'll be delighted.
gained his side a corner kick. And I think down at this level, Rob, they really do work hard at set pieces.
Swan may play a part, so might Nogan. Swan off the line and it's gone in. Swan with a powerful header, and the last man on the line couldn't keep it out. Burnley take the lead.
Well, I mentioned, Rob, about set pieces, they work hard, but surely Berry were half asleep here. Not a bad ball, but look, Swan just loses his marker, and into the net it goes. I think it's Luchetti who was marking Swan, and on the line, well, Dean West could have maybe have done a little bit better. But delight for Burnley. Free header, and West can't keep it out.
Parkinson. Foul by Butler.
Well, Butler was claiming he got the ball here, Rob. And to be fair to him, I think he did.
Swan is in the thick of it again, having already scored from the corner. Played in by Smith, off the post. And Gleghorn hit the post with a header.
Oof, what a let-off there for Dean Kiley. Goodness me.
Well, the goalkeeper came and never made contact with it. The Smith free kick, and Gleghorn stole in and almost added a second.
I think Dean Kiley, goodness me, Gleghorn's header. He must be thanking his lucky stars. His right hand upright was right in the way. Well, that'd have been 2-0. He committed himself, Rob. He come for it like Superman, but got absolutely nowhere near it.
Here's Parkinson. And he's looking for Nogan with a cross, and the goalkeeper's lost it, and Smith turns it in. Kiley lost out with the cross ball, and Paul Smith, with his 4th goal of the season, takes full advantage.
Well, I just wonder if Kiley's a bit unlucky here, because a teasing cross, he makes his mind up, doesn't get enough on it, and Smith blasts it in the top corner. Perhaps maybe Kiley could have got his fist to the ball, but he seems to palm it down. But Smith wastes no time smashing it in the net. Smith's touch was good, right foot, get in there.
Such a magnificent start with his header from the corner, and Paul Smith, who's made it a bit more comfortable, but as we've seen many times before in the Nationwide League, a 2-0 lead definitely isn't game over.
Aye, referee spotted something off the ball there. And there's no, there was a little bit of a bump. There's nothing. Barnes was the man who ended up on the ground. Referee West has spotted it, but I don't think there was any intention. No intent. It was just a simple collision. But another set piece, Rob, which Burnley, they're so dangerous at.
Well, Berry won't fancy this. Burnley have already shown on a few occasions before this season what a free-scoring team they can be, and they really seem to be in the mood for it tonight. The Wall has every right to be anxious. Ayres could be a favourite to sweep in here. It is number 3, David Ayres! It's number 3! What a magnificent finish!
Well, I'm sure Adrian Heath must be saying it's all over now, because it's a lovely strike from Ayres. And poor old Dean Kiley, well, it's not his night. It's a beautiful sweeping left foot shot, just inside the post. Kiley gets a good sight of it, flies across the goal, but perfectly placed.
Well, David Ayres was always going to be the threat there with his sweet left foot. It's his first league goal, Ayres, since the 26th of October when he scored a penalty against Plymouth. but what a fine finish that was.
Not bad for a left-sided wing-back. That could have been his second goal, because that beautiful 1-2 almost opened the scoring, but he's got to be delighted. That was a lovely left-foot strike.
Johnson trying to find a way through, turned away by Peter Swan, who started tonight's goal scoring, but that last goal from David Ayres actually brings up 99 goals in our live Nationwide League fixtures on Sky Sports this season.
Well, would have settled that for the start of the season, wouldn't we, Rob?
Well, it looks like we could be up for number 100 tonight, the way this game's going. And there it is! It's turned in by Matthews, and Bury at last come back after all the pressure and give themselves at least a fraction of hope.
Well, you have to say Burnley go to sleep a little bit here. Long throw. There's two Burnley players, but they lose out, and this is a good finish from Matthews. There's no doubt about it. Russell had no chance. This is perfectly placed again, but surely they should have dealt with that. But look at Matthews, flying strike, and his side are back in it.
Swan, commanding figure at the back. He's read the game well. Nogan picking out Barnes. Little has made a good break in the box if Parkinson can find him. Parkinson goes alone, and it came back to Barnes.
Well, what a smashing strike this was. Oh. Dean Kiley didn't know too much about it. Thank goodness it was right at him, but this is a super strike. Really letting fly there, Parkinson. And maybe Barnes, well, it could have been on the end of it a little bit better, but this is a great strike and a good stop. And Barnes just not on target.
Well, if the Clarets aren't happy now, they never will be. 3-1 up at half-time. That's not a bad scoreline, is it?
It's a superb scoreline. It's just a shame that they've scored and we've got to keep going again. But yeah, we're going to keep going again.
You're too big a club to be in Division 2, though, aren't you?
We're definitely going for a Premiership. There's no problems there. We'll do it. We're just having a bit of a lay-back now at the time, but we'll get there, definitely.
Have Bury had a lifeline there, though, with that goal? You make it 3-1?
I think it's a dangerous thing to let them in and have a goal like that, but we'll come back. Second half, another 3, 6-1.
Oh, 6-1. Ooh, let's talk down here. Kurt Nogan wants to get away, doesn't he? That'll be a big blow to Burnley.
Well, it will be, yes, but I don't think he will go, really. He likes it here. He's a good player. Burnley love him, and he loves Burnley.
I know you're happy to see us here, aren't you?
Tell us about it, yeah. Kurt Nogan's not going nowhere. He loves Barnholdswit and he's stopping. And up the Clarets forever.
Okay, thanks very much. Back to you, Russ.
So we've had that rare sight of a triple substitution. This is Barnes looking for Nogan, and Barnes has continued his run. And Andrew Woodward got himself in the way.
Good play from Barnes and Nogan, especially Nogan. You know, I thought that was very unselfish. I thought he could have gone on his own, but Barnes made his mind up with that run. Great first-time ball, but good defending again.
Woodward, the player who prevented this very useful partnership of Barnes and Nogan adding to the scoreline. Smith's corner, Hoyland came in, and the shot from Nogan, and Barnes trying to force it over the line, and will it go? They're claiming it had gone over, and immediately, I wonder if the reserve officials' eyesight is going to be called into action as to whether that's straight over the line. It was really desperate on the line, but such was the cluster of bodies that the referee intervened.
What a decision that is to make when you've just come on, unexpected. Once again, it's a set piece. Bury don't deal with it, and this should have been all over. What a chance for Barnes. The ball stuck between his legs. I don't think it goes anywhere near over the line. Because he's lying on the ball, I think the referee stopped it. But Barnes should have scored.
I think the referee was close enough to see, without consulting the new official, that the ball had gone nowhere near over the line, but he just intervened for safety's sake.
Yeah, I think Paul Barnes will be very disappointed with himself. That should have been 4-1.
Randall looking for Carter. This is Jepson. Jepson losing out. And Smith slipping it through. Could be a great opening here, and he's gone down in the box, and it is a penalty. Andy Cook upended. McKetty can complain, but Trevor West points to the spot.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind, I thought this was a pen. Good ball, Cook peeled away here, takes on the right foot, there's the challenge there, just clipped him, but the referee had no doubt. And there's the challenge, the contact. Well, surely now it's all over.
And Paul Barnes, who's got 4 goals in the previous 5 matches, could benefit from Trevor West's decision here, and this could really sew it up. It's Barnes, and the goalkeeper saved it. Well, what a night this has been for Dean Kiley.
Well done, Dean Kiley. I'll be honest with you, I'm delighted with that, because I thought there was going to be tears early on in the match when that third one went past him. Paul Barnes would be angry with himself. I think he's played well, worked hard, great opportunity to get in the shape, but well, good save from the keeper, and Barnes is disgusted.
Well, he's had a couple of opportunities to tie this game up as Barnes. Another one here, perhaps. Ayres. Well, it really has been a night of highs and lows. There could be some throw-in from Dawes. And he hurls it towards Butler. Cleared to Barnes. This is David Ayres. Referee does blow the final whistle, so it's a fine Derby Day win for Burnley. A man of the match performance from Peter Swan, who started the goal scoring in that spree in the first half where Burnley completely unhinged their local rivals. A great first touch and a fine finish from Paul Smith for the second goal, and then Burnley scoring completed with a great left foot effort from David Ayres, curled around the wall that had tried to guard.
David, well done. Did you start the game on rocket fuel?
Yeah, we started the first half very well. Deservedly went up 3 goals and give a silly goal away just before half time, and it was a battle in the second half.
How much of a platform for you is that now, Adrian?
Well, as I've said to the players all along, and I know I've probably fed up of hearing it locally, but if we play as well as we can, I think we're the best team in this division, and if the players believe in themselves, I don't see any reason why we can't take the form that we play at home away from home. But we're getting better, we are improving, and we've defended well when we've had to second half, but going forward I thought our movement was very good. Got plenty of people in the box, and 3-1 we should have been 4 and 5 first half with the chances we've had. But all credit to the players, they've stuck at it when they've had to dig in second half.
Sweet free kick, wasn't it, David, for you? A specialty of yours?
Well, Barnsley wanted to take it in the first place, but I managed to push him away and get a sweet strike on it, and I was quite happy with the goal.
Adrian, just a word on Kurt Nogan. Do you think people fully understand the implications of the Bosman ruling for smaller clubs when a player, an asset, can go abroad for nothing at the end of the season?
Well, unless you're in our position, you probably don't. It's all right for the Premier League with all the millions that you fellas give him from Sky, but for the likes of ourselves, Kurt Nogan's a valuable asset to us, and we can't afford. If we have to sell him 500, 600, 700,000, fine, great. But for us to lose him, then I have to go and find another 400 or 500 next year. It's a massive blow for smaller clubs, but unfortunately, that's the way we've got to get on with it.
Great result tonight, though. Well done, guys. Thanks very much.
Yeah, we've done well. Well done, thanks.
Another Lancashire derby here in the Nationwide League Division 2. It's the Clarets versus Preston North End. The last time these two clubs met, way back in October, it was David Reeves who opened the scoring for Preston, and it was Kurt Nogan who levelled things off before half-time. Well, if that was the way the match ended up at Deepdale...
Well, he's got some reputation to live up to, hasn't he? But, I mean, he's shown all the signs in the games I've seen him playing that he's going to be a very good player. Hopefully he can produce that kind of form again this afternoon. But as I said, he's got some reputation to live up to following them two men.
He certainly has, Glentorian. That ball played across, and that's... Oh, it should have been a goal. It is now. Ashcroft played well that one, and Burnley handicapped already.
That's been coming. Preston have looked the more lively side. They've really got at Burnley in the early stages. They've released Kilban. We said he was a danger before. Intelligent little ball back across the box. Everybody thought he was going to fire it. I did. He's pulled it back. Marlon Brace's done ever so well to save the first one from Ashcroft. But Ashcroft's kept on his feet and finished it well.
Just into the Preston half, David Ayres far side for the Clarets with his faithful left foot over to that back post. Peterson, oh, he's in the bar, and Barnes has scored. 6 minutes. One apiece. Paul Barnes made it a minute later.
Well, you could ask for a better reply, because you just said they'd started brightly. They've gone to sleep. Big Peter Swan's done ever so well at the far post again. Great header. O'Hanlon slid off his line, couldn't get to it. And their typical poacher's goal from Paul Barnes there.
Kick long by Kidd. And that could have been a dangerous ball as well from Bryson. Paul Smith tears down the left-hand side for Burnley. Smith turns, and Little. Good control from Little, and a shot from him, and a great effort from Little.
He showed some tremendous touches during the course of this first half. Tremendous bit of skill. He picked up a difficult ball from Paul Smith, turned inside two defenders, and he's not afraid to have a crack. He unleashed a 30-yarder there, and he's only just whistled over Kellan O'Hanlon's bar. But
the kick comes in from Wilcox. Swan's header again, away by Little as far as Barnes. And Barnes, well, is still holding the ball up, and it could be a suicide back pass, and it is. And that, oh, brilliant, absolutely brilliant from Chris Brass, Preston. And that was the side netting, my goodness me.
I'll tell you what, that's tremendous defending from Chris Brass. I mean, I've said a lot about this lad over the course of this season. But I mean, it's a dreadful back pass from Paul Barnes in the first place. He's got caught in no man's land there. He's played it back. Bennett's done everything right. He's gone round Marlon, and he's hit it quite well. But Brass is experienced, like an experienced defender. He's got back behind his keeper, and it looked like it had gone in, but he got his foot around it somehow, and he's cleared what should have been a certain goal. Yeah, tremendous bit of defending from Chris Brass. He's a wholehearted player, and he suffers for it sometimes, but I mean, I don't think anybody'd swap it. I'd rather see a player like that than and I'm sure all the crowd would. I mean, as I say, he's wholehearted 100%, and long may it continue. Oh, that's brilliant defending. That's again, Chris Brass again. That's tremendous touch, because that would have been 2-1. I think it was David Moyes coming in on the far post, and it's a great touch from Chris Brass. Oh, I can't say enough about this lad.
Nice swinging corner, Swans up there, but then again saw the Preston defenders. Smith collects that one, thank you very much, crosses over again. Swans header, just over the top from Peter Swan. And he could end up being a top scorer if he carries on like this.
I'll tell you what, he's dangerous, isn't he? I mean, he's hit some tremendous form playing-wise, but at set pieces he's very dangerous as well. I mean, back to Lee Cartwright, but he's tried to run Chris Brass. But Brass has got excellent pace, stood up, shook him side on. Great bit of defending again, tidied up, and Burnley came away with the ball.
Burnley playing ball to feet here, and Paul Barnes. Oh, good grief! That was Paul Smith that time.
Was that Paul Smith or was it Kurt Nogan? I'm not too sure. I think it might have been Kurt Nogan actually, Dave, but a cracking run from Paul Barnes. But just before he crossed it, he caught his ankle in the divot, and he's hurt himself over on the far side. He twisted his ankle badly, but he managed to stay on his feet and put in a tremendous cross. Derby doesn't count. Form goes out the window. It's like an FA Cup tie, isn't it? The form book's thrown straight out the window. It's a one-off game, and like you said, Preston have belied their lowly position at the moment.
Yeah, just like a cup tie, and Burnley won. Kurt Nogan just a few moments ago said he was held by the defender, but the referee waved play on. Here once again is Cartwright. Could he make this two, and a good save again, and that's it.
It's been coming, Dave, hasn't it? I mean, you don't like to say it, but it's been coming. They've had 3 or 4 chances this second half, and Lee Cartwright again's got in behind the defence. Marlon Braceford, he's pulled off a cracking save. I feel sorry for Mark, because he's pulled off another save, and it's ran free, and the lad who's thrown it in again, Lee Ashcroft, to tap it home like the first one. Quickly on the first goal, hopefully they can get something out of this and hit back pretty quickly for the second one.
Free kick then with Paul Smith, hell of a ball in, oh, and leg on. Oh!
Kirknogan. Well, he was aiming for the top of Bruncher Road there. Chris Brass plays it up for Nogan. He gets a smack in the face. The referee, well, the referee had a better view than we had in. I've seen them give him whether he thought he got the foot more in front of Kurt than in his face, but it was definitely high, wasn't it? It was definitely head high, and 99 times out of 100 they've been given, so I think the referee's made the wrong decision there, and it definitely was a free kick, so it was very dangerous play with the boot. Preston on that far side just keep trying to hold play now, as they know their 3 points is pretty much secured, and there it is. Burnley take a defeat at the hands of local rivals Preston North End, and as you said, Ian, final summing up, they really deserved it. Yeah, I mean, full credit to Preston. They've come here, they've taken the game to Burnley, and they've ran out worthy winners. Burnley never really got going, did they? I mean, they got straight back into the game after that early shock from Ashcroft, but they never really got the game together. It wasn't the Burnley that we've seen at home over recent months. But one lucky thing is they've got a game on Tuesday night against Chesterfield. That's always a good tonic to get back, and hopefully they can bet back to winning ways and get their promotion campaign back on track. Well, just 3 days after the Preston defeat, Burnley have to bounce back here at Turf Moor in a rearranged fixture with Chesterfield, which was originally scheduled, of course, for New Year's Day, and that was put off because of covers which weren't sort of seen under the pitch. The pitch was frozen in the centre when a lot of people had travelled for this one.
Smith. Centre-back's header, Williams. Here's Gleghorn, pivoting on 1 foot. Paul Smith, going to team himself up, rifles one in there. Good shot from Paul Smith. That's now all of 20 yards there from Paul Smith, who teed himself up very nicely and drilled it hard and low for William Mercer. And Chris Brass now. Great ball for Paul Barnes. Needs support. Matthew pushes it wide again, and most of the Burnley attacks come from. David Ayres, cross from him, and it's at the back post onto the keeper. He just steps over the line. The ball, of course, on the right side of that line. Ian Robinson fell at the edge of the area, holding his head. Nasty knock there, nasty bang. Free kick then, in a dangerous place as far as Chesterfield are concerned. And let's hope perhaps David Ayres can get out his shooting boots once again, as he did the other week against Bury, that Friday evening rocket that had the Bury defence completely and utterly bemused. Could this be a David Ayres bender? One of the all moving out quickly again, and he's got to be told either stay there or be booked or something. It's going to be Ayres who moves out, fires it in hard and low, straight into the arms of Mercer. But at least it was on target. Ayres in support. David Ayres, well, he's 2 men round him. At the end of the day, it's a goal kick to the, well, applause of the Chesterfield fans over in the cricket field stand there. Well, Mr. Kane going off for treatment with Andy Jones, and the 2 assistant referees just having a look to see probably if one of them may be needed to take over the control of the game.
Chesterfield guys are warming up to be referee. I didn't do it.
Well, it's all up in the air at the moment, and that was a one from Huxford as Beresford blasts it long. Well, and here's Liam Robinson. He's got Brass again to his right-hand side, gives the ball to Brass. Of course, a good one from Brass. It just doesn't fall to Burnley. Robinson! Good grief!
Not over there, it's off the
Matthew. Robinson, a chance for Burnley, and Barnes fires it wide, and Not many chances in this game, but that's possibly another half chance there for the Clarets. As the corner comes swirling in, a good one too. Right, oh, it's at the bar from Peter Swan. Would you believe that? That's the best opportunity Burnley have had all the game. And the ball, well, it may have come off the fingertips of Mercer. Howard really probably thought he'd put the visitors into the lead there. Ayres with the free kick. Right down the middle. The Barnes. Oh, Barnes. From 5 yards, a man tightly on him, of course, but again, wide of Mercer's left hand upright. The referee blows his whistle. And nobody's happy. A point for Burnley, that's about all they could muster against a very physical Chesterfield side. And Burnley's best chance of the game came from a dead ball situation, and Peter Swan clipped the bar. Burnley never really got into this game, possibly because of the tactics played by Chesterfield. A game that should have been played on New Year's Day. It was played on the 28th of January, and it was Burnley 0, Chesterfield 0.
Thompson sprays it far side. David Ayres latches onto that one to the halfway line for Burnley. Paul Smith taking a run down that far left, but he chooses to cut inside David Ayres. He takes a return, but it's not a good return from Liam Robinson. But a foul on David Ayres, as it happened, as he went through to take that one. Presumably Stockport stopping him getting to that ball from Liam Robinson, and a free kick in a good position for the Clarets in a dead ball situation. Burnley very good at this, we saw against Bury, and David Ayres curl one round that Bury defence, and that wall appeared. But obviously Steve Thompson as well involved in these sort of kicks. He's very good at firing them in, as it were. Mr. Hilbrand, the referee, getting the wall as to where he thinks it should be. It will be Thompson eventually. Hits it hard and low, and a great effort too, and Smith tried to follow it up. That came off a Stockport defender there, and Burnley a wee bit unlucky already. 6 minutes gone there. Thompson's shot saved in the end, and Smith's shot blocked. Burnley went out after a replay against Swindon, and the neutral ground, of course, was the Hawthorns back in '68, and it was a real tough nut to crack for the Clarets. It was Swindon that went through to play Arsenal in the final of the League Cup. Here's Paul Weller, a chance for Weller. At the end of the day, the challenge was clean, it was fair, despite the fact Weller went sprawling, and maybe there was a chance on there for Paul Weller. Swan can't get to it, Brass leaves it for Beresford. Spinning, curling ball up to the halfway line. Charinot plays it wide, far side. Ball comes in from Todd. Oh, that's a goal. That's Nash. Martin Nash. Who scores against the Clarets on 18 minutes. And that ball from that far side, Lee Todd was the provider. And Nash finished just outside the 6-yard area, giving Marlon Beresford no chance at all. A wicked curling ball from Lee Todd on that far side, and Nash gives a scoreline. Burnley 0, Stockport County 1 then. And Thompson wide here for Huxford. Huxford gets past his marker. It's an early ball played in by Huxford. Edwards comes and then goes back. Paul Smith here. Back for Matthew. And a rocket of a shot. Oh my word. A superb shot from Paul Smith. A left foot rasper which clipped the bar. And really that should have been one apiece. So coming up to 25 minutes second half. Ayres takes the kick, far side. The ball goes in and Colin Carl-Lawton's there. But so too was Dinning, the man who committed the foul, to give that free kick away. Paul Smith on that far side then with this corner. Gleghorn off the line, claims for being over. It's given, handball. It was alleged to have been handball, and that is a penalty. So finally, could Burnley draw level here? There's no doubt about it, it is a penalty. Card. He's had to pay the penalty of handling on the line and down to 10 men. Has to take this one to put Burnley level pegging. Well, would you believe it, Edwards has saved the David Ayres spot kick. Who could have thought that? The Stockport fans going completely bananas over there, and who could blame them for that? Edwards collects that one from the corner. Of the auto windscreen shield then. A defeat by Stockport of a goal to 0, and Burnley, they had their chances. The shot from Paul Smith in the first half, it clipped the bar, and of course that David Ayres penalty miss midway through the second half from Burnley, well, could have been level at least. It's back to Nationwide League action on Saturday. Burnley take on York. We'll see you then.
Burnley had a poor result at their Bootham Crescent early on in the season, a 1-0 defeat for Burnley. And it was an injury to Paul Barnes on that day against his former teammates. Glad to say that Paul Barnes is back in the lineup this afternoon, barring his former partner up front, Kurt Nogan. He's come freshly back from Hearts. Hopefully Kurt Nogan can stay at the club, settle his differences and get Burnley back on the promotion course. Back for Marlon Beresford, edge of his 18-yard box, and dispatches his kick again towards that cricket field stand. Andy McMillan plays forward. Going forward. Neil Tolson here with a chance for York, and it's a goal from 8 yards. And that's Neil Tolson, and the referee, well, he just let it play off.
Well, what it is, Dave, sometimes referees, I'm not too sure Hampton able to state before the game whether they're actually going to allow that type of decision. If they can see that the player's not interfering with play, and it's up to the referee's discretion. He's obviously thought he's trying to get out of the way, and he made it run right the other way across the pitch away from the ball. So really, by the laws of the game, as the way it goes now, he's right. He made the right decision. The lad's gone through and finished it well. very important the next 2 or 3 weeks that they do pick up wins, because they've still got some of the top sides to play, and they really have got to pick up points against them.
That's right, Smith with that corner, back post, Peter Swan's up there, goalkeeper's in with a punch, Morgan counter, Gregorn, and that's it, that's the equaliser, 6 yards, Nigel Gregorn.
Yeah, that's just the kind of reply they needed. I mean, it's a good ball in. Again, Peter Swan showing how effective he is at set pieces. Good little header down. Barnes and Nogan fighting for it. Managed to scramble it free to Nigel Gregorn. And he's finished it ever so well. He was sliding down on the floor. He's managed to lift it over the 2 lads that were on the line into the roof of the net. Just the reply they wanted. Hopefully now they can settle down and go on to win this game. I think they both went into the challenge when Chris Brass cleared. And I think he thought that Brassy caught him, and as Brassy was getting up to run away, I think he took a little kick at him. Luckily for him, the ref didn't see it, because that, as we know now, could be a sending off offence. But obviously the ref didn't see too much in it, he just let it go.
Oh, Smith! Oh, goodness me.
I mean, he's unlucky there, he's done ever so well to win it in midfield. Got through the channel, he's done the right thing. The keeper's rushed out, he's just tried to sit him down and lift it over him.
For Burnley to pull this one out of the fire for 3 points. Smith with the corner then, back post. Peter Swan goes up, but he doesn't get the... what a save. Weller in the end, and super save, what's he getting?
I mean, the crowd was shouting for him to hit it, and he did a tremendous dipping volley, because again he was being closed down pretty quickly by the York defence. Good control, excellent technique, good volley, and unlucky for Burnley, just didn't dip enough.
Corner then to the visitors. Gary Himsworth to take this one. With the York City fans in the Ensley stand quite happy with the state of affairs so far, as Himsworth takes the corner. Swan gets the header. Oh! And that is the killer punch. Unbelievable stuff, and that really seals it.
Well, I mean, there's nothing you can do about that, Davies. There's a team. That is one hell of a goal. I mean, it's not a brilliant corner, and it was well clear, but what a thumping shot. I mean, Marlon and the Burnley defence, you just got all the hands and said that's a cracking goal. Well, we said he could go either way, and actually it would probably be on a mistake, but it looks like he could be on a bit of skill, because they either go over or nestle in the net, and then he struck another one. It's actually finished now. I mean, what a way to win a game with that kind of strike. I mean, that kind of goal sometimes deserves to win a game, but there wasn't much between the sides today, and I thought it would take, as we said, just after half-time, there's only be 1 goal in it, and it proved to be, but unluckily for Burnley, it was in their net.
They're always difficult games when teams are fighting for points, and that's what they are. I think it's important to, their confidence is low, to get on top of them early on, and I think the first goal is important in that sort of a game, and unfortunately they scored the first goal. That gives them a lift, which obviously they needed, because they have been struggling. They've had a bad run, and then it's all to play for. And when we got back into the game, I thought there was only one winner.
What was your thoughts of the goal? I mean, you was on the bench at the time. Did you have a good view? Was it an offside?
The first goal.
First goal.
I couldn't really see from where I was, but there was a few airy moments before that. But he's finished it well. I can remember him from last year, actually. I was at Bradford with him, and he scored 2 here last year, so it must be a lucky ground for him.
Ian Holloway, player manager. And some Mark Winstanley's challenge there goes for a goal kick. You don't actually catch everything up here, you just catch the field of play. Now then, short, now to Ayres, rifles it in right at the near post. Well smothered by Collette, the Bristol Rovers keeper from David Ayres.
That's a well-worked free.
Attach this to 3 points here, and things could move up again in that Nationwide League Division 2 for Burnley. Marlon Beresford way back in his 6-yard box. Oh my word, this could be that's it. That's the sort of thing we didn't want. Jamie Curlton, who Curitan, I think they call him. That was a freak goal, and it's got to happen sometime, and it's happened today.
Well, it is a freak goal. I mean, Marlon's usually so comfortable, isn't he? I mean, it was steady, it was calm, and he's just gone to try and clear it. And I don't know whether it's bobbled up or what. You can't tell from here, but he's just sliced it completely. As I said, they've let Burnley play it in midfield, but they've stopped them getting into the box, and they're doing it quite well at the moment. And since they've gone one up, the game's, as I said, has gone pretty flat.
A chance here for Matthew. A great goal from Damien Matthew.
Just saying then that the game... Just saying then the game's gone pretty flat, but an excellent bit of skill. That's what they needed from Damien Matthew.
They look super dive, but obviously, like I say, it's on. It's another dangerous situation for Burnley, and it's going to be Lockwood to take this. Oh no. The chest of number 12, who is Julian Elson. Who can believe that?
I mean, we said it was a dangerous situation. It's a good free kick in, but I think a Bristol Rovers player actually got a touch with his head, and it's then unable to Burnley player then he just misjudged it, and it's then come off the chest of the.
Paul Weller hobbling off around the cinder track under the north stand here. Ayres crosses in. Goalkeeper's stopping there. Swans up there. Barnes! A super goal, Paul Barnes. 2 apiece.
Well, just as I was thinking, there was no way back. Again, super bit of opportunity. Ball bobbing around in the box. This time it did fall to a Crown Blue shirt. Excellent finish. Back to goal. Overhead kick. If that was scored on the continent and being held as a super goal, but it's a great finish. Bottom corner.
Well, there you have it. They seem to have settled down now as and there's the full-time whistle. 2 apiece, but it's a saviour. We didn't want a point, but it's better than no points at all, Ian.
Well, it's a slight saviour, isn't it? Because a couple of minutes ago it looks like it was going to be no points. We said, I mean, nothing really would do it. It had to be 3 points, but at the end of the day, they might be just grateful that they've got this point. I mean, it's...
flowing ponytail at the back. Ricky Otto used to be of Leyton Orient once upon a day. Cook, super ball from Andy Cook, finds Smith, great ball, oh, and the header from Barnes was over the top, but some great work from Paul Smith on the left hand side. And a good ball initially from Andy Cook. Damien Matthew, he decides he's going to go right side, and Ottawa, well, did he get a touch on that one? Parkinson has a good touch there as he comes forward for Burnley. Good crossing, and Barnes! Oh, what a goal! Paul Barnes. 7 minutes on the clock, and Burnley go a goal in front. Still coming here on this right-hand side now. He's trying to pick out Donowa. Paul Smith is in the way for Burnley. Paul Smith in possession right now and just got it past the fullback Boothroyd. Takes it on the return. A good cross, and this is Barnes. Oh, what a goal. Paul Barnes gets the second. And they're asking the Peterborough players to come away. It's not going to be a short one. Perhaps it is, with Smith laying it back here for Brass. Cross comes in from Brass keepers. Oh, he hasn't got it. Barnes may do. Oh, hat-trick. Barnes lays it off here for Matthew, and that's a good play, and that's a goal. That is Andy Cook on the score sheet, and that's some more beautiful play from Burnley. For Vinicum. Gary Parkinson this time. Well, a back flick from him. Oh, it's a goal. Matthew, 5. Billington plays it in, and just in the nick of time by Mark Stanley. Well, there it is, a splendid performance from Burnley. They go nap this afternoon. A hat-trick from Paul Barnes, one from Andy Cook, and another from Damien Matthew. Burnley fans, I think over the last couple of weeks we're starting to find the feet again. We had a good result with Blackpool. Went to Wrexham when we thought we should have won the game, and personally I was disappointed I didn't win the game for us. And then we've come in today knowing that, you know, we're not put on a good performance, and we've worked hard in training all week, worked hard on different things. I think as 11 today we've gone out there and, you know, we've proved what we can do here.
What about, you must be getting short of space for these footballs you keep collecting. Where are you putting them?
They're spread all around actually, and they're in the garage at the moment. I won't be able to get my car in, but hopefully that continues, and you know, if I could get another couple before the end of the season, that'd be great.
As the free kick is taken by Luton Town. There's Parkinson. Weller's in there. Fullback does well to find McLaren. McLaren puts it across here. And Alexander has a shot blocked, but this is the danger man. Thorpe fires one in and he scores. He's given it. That is what he's good at, that lad.
Well, he's finished it well, but he's got the lucky break there, hasn't he? I mean, the shot's coming, it's ricocheted off the back of a Burnley player, and he's fallen right to his feet. I mean, he's very unlucky. He's come off the back of one of the defenders, fallen to him. The fair play to him, he's finished it tremendously. Took his time.
This evening, the Burnley press box looks absolutely full of national newspapers. Oh, Thorpe! Oh, brilliant save.
That's a cracking save. I mean, keepers do a lot of work on that, you know, backpedaling in training a day, but that's a fantastic save because that looked like it was looping in. He's took a nasty deflection, I don't know, off one of the Burnley defence, and Marlon looked being, but quick feet there. He's got back on his toes, a hell of a spring, and he's a fantastic save. I mean, he's kept Burnley in the game there because that could have killed the game off. Just before half-time, it could have given Burnley a really uphill task, but that's a fantastic save from a difficult looping shot.
Back flick save, and that's not in. No, it's not gone in yet. What has happened here? It's a scrum, he's given it.
Yeah, it was in. Hold on, I don't know, has he?
No, not.
No, he's not. Has he given it?
They're celebrating as if it is.
Yeah, sorry, it was in, Dave. I mean, I'm not, don't want to sound, I mean, I'm being truthful. Well, it looked in anyway. I mean, as I just say, Marlon pulled off a tremendous save before to keep us in it. But that, for me, looked like it was over the line. Set piece up the sleeve, and hopefully one will come off here. I'm just noticing, Dave, I think Paul Weller's gone a bit more central. Oh, that's not a bad effort. Oh, I tell you what, it's a good save from the keeper. That's a cracking effort from Damien Matthew. I mean, he's hit 1 or 2 stunners this season, and that's a cracking shot. Top right-hand corner, but great strike from Matthew and an excellent save from the keeper.
Burnley trying everything here. Oh, just past the post, and again the big man was there, but letting it go.
Great header.
Burnley need to get possession again and go forward. Parky for Weller. One Weller! Shoot! Into the second half. Still Burnley trail by 2 goals to 0. But how they don't deserve that. Header! Right on the line, and the referee is right there. So there's no real hope. The goalkeeper's superb positioning.
As much as we want that to have gone in, it never went in. But good corner. That's what they kept away and get themselves back on track.
Gary Parkinson in with the header. There it is, the afternoon when Burnley took a defeat against the very professional Luton Town. Tony Thorpe grabbed a brace and it never looked on for Burnley. Bluff Street Turf Moor, the wind and the rain swirling round the ground here. Millwall the visitors, and the big question is, has the wheels come off the trolley? Ian Measham.
Well, they've had a couple of bad results, haven't they, in the last week or so, but they're still in a very good position, Dave. I mean, they're only 1 point off the playoffs, but it's a must-win situation today. If they can pick up 3 points today and put a similar run together that they had before the Luton game into the run into the season, then there's no reason why they can't make the playoffs quite comfortably. But I think it's very important. I don't think a point's good enough today for Burnley. I think it could be good enough for Millwall, they'll be happy with that, but Burnley definitely need the 3 points, and hopefully that'll start the ball rolling for the rest of the season.
That's Paul Barnes on that far side. He scored with some comparative ease. He didn't seem to be marked at Shrewsbury. Latish on in the game, and of course everything went wrong from that moment onwards at Gay Meadow. Wasn't a very gay day for Burnley that evening, was it?
No, I mean, although they lost 2-0 at Luton last week, everybody knows that they performed very well, especially in the second half, but apparently, as I say, I wasn't at the game, but I did listen to it, and they were just second best on the night, and to be quite honest, I don't think anybody disagreed with that. Shrewsbury winning, obviously it was a disappointing result, but on the night, Shrewsbury deserved the 3 points and performed better than Burnley. But
after today, of course, 5 games left, 3 away, 2 at home. A bit of an indifferent running, isn't it, really? Some good, some bad teams.
Yeah, it's a mixture, but I always think the games against the sides at the bottom are the ones where you could fall foul, Dave. I don't, you know, it's very easy to lift the game against the likes of Millwall today, the Watfords, the Stockports next week. I mean, everybody be up for that. But against the teams like the Rotherhams that have got to come here yet, and Notts County, it's very difficult. I mean, you lift yourself for every game, but you know, you can sometimes get dragged into playing the same way as they do. And it's very difficult to get him, you know, to pick up the same type of performance. There we have a crack. I don't know who got that. That's just the start they wanted. I think it's Paul Weller.
Paul Weller, a very tightest of angles. Amazing goal as we were discussing the future fixtures, and bang, there goes the goal.
Well, it's ever scrambling in the box. Ball fell to Jamie Orland, for I can see. He's got his shot blocked, and Paul Weller squeezed it in, I think, with the outside of his right foot. Might have taken a slight deflection off the Millwall defence, but just the start they wanted. Both now they can settle into a pattern and go on to win this game quite comfortably.
Barnes. Harrison. 110% from Harrison. Here's Vinicum. The byline. The cross comes in. Oh, no! Would have been a peach, but it wasn't.
Oh, Chris Vinicum's done brilliant, hasn't he? Jerry Ison initially won the tackle. I said he'd bring a bit of bite to the midfield. Fed out Chris Vinicum, he's done ever so well. He's taken on the centre half, whipped in a cracking ball, hard and low. Paul Barnes met it superb. He probably met it too well, and he's cracked into the side now. If that would have gone in, I think that'd have been game, set, match. But well, I mean, if you're going to play in the playoffs, if it looks like if Burnley can get a result today, then they're right back in it, aren't they? So yeah, I mean, you want to play at any time, but if you've got a chance of playing in the playoffs and at Wembley, then God, you want to be back. But you've got to be careful with injuries. You can't rush back and then break down again. You've got to make sure you're spot on.
A chance here for Barnes. He just hits it over the top, but a good effort from Paul Barnes, the former York and Birmingham City and Stoke City forward.
Well, striker's run, he's latched onto a loose ball, hasn't he? No hesitation where that was going, goal bound, but he just couldn't get under it.
We'll just have to see as three Burnley players to be precise, look on. Barnes with the shot, a good one too. Weller, nearly another goal there, but well, it wasn't a be.
Well, I was wrong, it was Paul Barnes, but I mean, he struck it well, but he was straight down the keeper's neck. Whether it caught in the wind and swirled, because the keeper seemed to lose it, hit him on the shoulder, bounced away, looked like a certain goal. He struck it well, but give the keeper credit, it got out. Similar save to Mounds in the first half. Made a big target, got a good block.
They haven't really been able to hold Weller, who couldn't keep that in. He's had a tremendous game again, and I don't know whether manager Adrian is thinking of bringing David Ayres on, but I wouldn't think it'd be advisable.
No, I think he'll keep it as it is now, especially if they can notch a second here.
Barnes pulls it back. Gardner from 6 yards, good grief.
Even I might have scored that day, and my goal scoring record's terrible. But I mean, super play from Paul Barnes. Done ever so well. He's taken the ball, I don't know. Giving the benefit of the doubt, say it's bubbled up. Barnes has done well, picked him out. He could have had a shot there from a tight angle. He's been unselfish there. I think they might have worked on it this week in training, and then they did it to perfection this afternoon, because they must have caught them off guard. Must be well into double figures now, and the three have done it exceptionally well.
And Stanley's free kick, Ritter leaves it for keeper Carter. He'll waste no time. That's it. Burnley have 3 points, a 1-0 win, Ian.
Yeah, hopefully the results elsewhere have gone well for them as well. Fully deserved the 3 points, played very well first half, took the game to Millwall, could have been more than one up. Second half didn't play as well, let Millwall back into it, although they did create a lot. But at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter, they've got 3 points, and hopefully now this could set the ball rolling again for the final 5 games. I think if they can win 3 more, that should be enough to get them in the playoffs.
synchronise our watches. Burnley defending the Ensley stand end, the family stand as it used to be called, attacking towards the east end, and that used to be the be-all end. Gary Parkinson, effort just over the top from him outside the 18-yard box, and good start for Burnley. And also Jimmy Mullen's former club.
Yeah, also, yeah, there's quite a connection, isn't it? They also went up that year with us, so...
That was unlucky there. The number 2 decided to... Robert Bowman trying to lob Marlon Beresford. I don't just know where Marlon was at the time. Gary Parkinson with the free kick, lofts it right into the centre of the 18-yard area. And a goal! Andy Cook. That was a good cross, headed on by Jamie Hoyland, finished by Andy Cook.
Yeah, good free kick from Parky, but let's give Jamie Hoyland a lot of credit. It's a cracking header, looks like it's next going towards the far corner, and Andy Cook snipped in between 2 defenders, good bit of thinking, goal scorer's instinct, and just diverted it past the keeper.
It's going to be Damien Matthew to take the dead ball situations, now that Paul Smith is on the bench. Of course, Steve Thompson not in the side today. And Matthew takes it in. Oh, and a good save in the end by Pilkington, right on his goal line there, as Jamie Hoyland takes a free kick for the Clarets. So, just coming up to the 18-minute mark, and Cook, and a shot from Cook. Oh, just wide of the post.
The number 9 would have been a bit sharper, you know, he could have been in trouble there, but Parky's read the situation well and got a good footing.
Another corner then to Rotherham, and that was a strange one. That's gone back into the 18-yard area, and that's a goal from the number 10, Earl Jean.
Well, that's twice Marlon's come for the last 2 corners and he's got nowhere near them. He came for one a couple of minutes ago when Mono got pulled up for a high kick, and he's not officially come for the initially come for the first ball. He's come for the second one, and he was never going to get there. There was a crowd of bodies. I think Mark Mornington got a header in, and fair credit to the lad up front, Earl Jean. He's finished it well.
That's a good ball at the end of the day, and this could be dangerous indeed. And that's the second goal for Earl Jean.
I don't know what happened there, Dave. The fullback's threatened to do that once or twice, hasn't he? The ball was played in there, and David thought he was offside now. Somebody could be just... He just stopped him, didn't chuck him back. The right back's done ever so well because he's picked out Jean, who's kept his head, and he's finished it in the bottom corner, but I don't know if there was a misunderstanding or what on the far side, and I just don't know whether he... I've said it twice now, whether he thought somebody was coming round on cover or whether he thought he was offside, and that just let the lad in with a free run, and he's been able to pick that out with time and space. Oh no, it's 3.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. ...56 minutes, Jean gets a hat-trick.
I mean, it's a brilliant finish, but I don't know what happened there. Was it a back header or something? I don't know if somebody attempted a back pass or the lad just gone through. I mean, I don't know what happened defensively, but it's fair credit, it's an excellent finish. Well, crikey, I'm taken back here, Dave. I don't know what to say, really. I mean, you know, I said at half-time, expecting all-out attack, and it just doesn't happen. Hopefully they can get one back here. Yes. Just what they needed. They've got to get back here. As I said, they've got to win. 3 points on the go, but they've got the goal back. Good finish, good work from David Ed. Now let's see. We've got to get another one straight away like they did.
And Parkinson's crossed over to that far post. Smith goes up with it. Now then, Barnes, can he find any room? Oh, what a goal, Paul Barnes! 3 apiece. Final thoughts in, next to the last one.
Well, it's disappointing. It looks like the playoffs are out of reach now. I mean, for so long this season, it looks like we were going to make at least a playoffs, and for some time we could make automatic promotion. But I think now it's going to take a minor miracle to get us there. But 2 games left, you never know. I mean, it's not over yet. But, you know, looking on today's game, I mean, people say it's 2 points thrown away, but at 3-1 down, it may be a point gained.
Well, here we are, the last game of the season at Turf Moor. The pitch looking ready for the summer, as it were. Watford, of course, blown their chances like Burnley have, having won only one of their last 8, Ian.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been great just coming into this game if either side needed a victory to make the playoffs. The tension would have been great and the excitement, but hopefully we're still going to see an exciting game and hopefully a Burnley win.
It's going to be Matthew to take this corner, then far side this time for Burnley. Short one, variation airs, left foot drilled it hard. The goalkeeper dived and the defender was there. Hard and low again, oh, it's at the woodwork. Can you believe that? Burnley are really unlucky at the moment.
Tell you what, it's a great start to the match. So, yeah, he's done the right decision. A strong ticking off might have been the right answer, but, you know, a yellow's being produced and they just get on with it now.
Matthew with that free kick, far post, Parkinson in! And there was Andy Cook, but there too was the defender as well.
Well worked free kick. Park is causing all kinds of problems, isn't he? Fantastic header back, and a great Cookie was coming in, great defending, good position. Reminds me of the lad Kohler at Borussia against, he was the similar type of defending that night, and he headed it for safety, but really looking dangerous from set pieces.
Another corner comes swirling in, but Chamberlain captures that one, no problem for him.
A little bit of a misunderstanding and it's gone for a throw-in.
Gary Parkinson getting in a tangle with Craig Ramage. Now then Barnes, a position he likes, and a good save from Chamberlain from 18 yards, and good save, good shot.
The Premier League are actually starting a week earlier than the Nationwide this time. So I believe the Burnley players are back around the July the 3rd mark. So there's a chance here. Yes! Great ball in from Paul Barnes. Very similar to the Shearer Sheringham the other night. Great run from Barnes. I don't know who played the ball through, but he didn't hesitate. Hooked a good ball in. Cook, not like Sheringham with his head, but with a volley. Excellent finish, great move. Well deserved. They've controlled most of the game. And as I said, they've started the second half exactly the same way they started the first, but this time they've got the goal.
Barnes. Oh, a good cross! Oh, yes! Another goal, Cook and Barnes.
Paul Barnes again. He's done well, he's spun off the lad. I mean, he's fantastic when he gets in the box. He's dragged it onto his left foot. In's perfect cross, defenders couldn't deal with it. Andy Cook hasn't met it well, but good enough. It's gone in, but who cares? 2-0, well deserved. And I think Smith had run out a little bit of steam. He's had a fantastic season. He's come on as like Chris Bass and Paul Weller. And I think Ince just thought, you know, rather than ruin his performances, just give him a bit of a rest. Great goal. What a strike. He's deserved that, hasn't he? Super strike. It's a good corner, good flick on, and no hesitation. Took it on the half volley, struck it straight into the roof of the net. Fantastic finish. And since he's come on, he's shown one or two nice touches, and he's on the ball again. There we go.
Well, that was out, but there you go.
Penalty.
Oh, penalty.
Got to give Andy Cook the penalty for it about our trick. I mean, Paul Smith was just saying he's shown one or two nice touches. It's a great bit of skill, and I'll tell you what he's done, he's put the ball in early, Dave, and you can't defend that. He's fired the ball in early, and the lads, Andy Cook's coming in thinking he's going to get his hat-trick, the lad's denying him it. Hopefully now he'll get a reward from the penalty spot, but great play from Paul Smith. Come on, I hope he gets this.
So it's going to be Andy Cook then, denied of a goal there. Take this penalty for Burnley on 37 minutes, and Andy Cook scores a hat-trick.
Brilliant. I mean, what a way to end the season. He's done ever so well. There's a lot of pressure on him when he had to take over from Kurt Nogan, and he's done the job brilliantly, well deserved. It'd be great to get the match ball, fantastic.
Easily puts a nice ball in. Chris Bass's there, but here's a goal, a good save in the end. And gifted Noel Williams was gifted there.
Fair play to Marlon, spread himself well, made a good save.
Easton with the corner. That's a goal. They finally scored. We said they may.
Good, I mean, you know, we don't like to see anybody score against Burnley, but you know, it's nice consolation from him, isn't it? Good corner and very good header.
Ball played up that far side. That's it. Close to the season. 4-1.
Yeah, great game to end the season. I mean, everybody's going to say if only, but you know, the club's going the right way. Hopefully they can build on this performance today and they can carry it through next year, and hopefully they can get promotion. That's what they'll all be looking for, whether it's playoffs or not. But a great way to end the season, and there'll be a bit of shuffling to be done in the summer, but I'm sure everybody will be gunning for it next year.
Thanks for that, Ian. So Burnley bow out 4-1. Hat-trick from Andy Cook, one from Gary Parkinson, and we'll see you next season. Burnley 4, Watford 1.
There's a lot of managers now, excellent players, coming straight off the park, straight into management. There's a big difference, very big difference. I think Eddie definitely will make a manager. I think he needs that probably time from where to start on the coaching, the assistant manager, which he is now. In the next 4 years, he'll feel the benefit of it. As regards handling players, everything to do with management, and that's what it's all about. It's experience of doing it, and I think that will be a great thing for him now to a learning point on management side. I'm a little bit disappointed that the fans have had a go at the board as regards letting AD go, because I think it's one of them situations where Eddie probably, as soon as he was approached about it, I think there's been no doubt in Eddie's mind, because I think as a player at Everton he had a successful time as a player, and I think it must have been in his mind the rest of his time since then that one day he'd love to go back into management at Everton. It's happened to all of us, because you always have a certain club in your mind where you say, well, it'd be lovely to go back and manage that club. And I think that was, as soon as Eddie was approached, I don't think there was any doubt really in his mind. I think, well, I found him that he, obviously as a player, the credibility came from his playing. Once he stopped playing, then obviously he's got to make that credibility as a manager. He's at a club where it's got to be made instant, rather than somewhere. A few years ago, clubs would have said, right, 5-year contract, he's got plenty of time to do it. But it doesn't happen nowadays. You've got to make a sudden impact on things, and I think Eddie gradually was learning. And he would ask things, and you would tell him. And at first, I didn't think he took much notice, but you could see gradually. He thought, well, yeah, you were right. And then he'd try to put that right, and gradually, trial and error, he was getting things right. But I think, there's no doubt about it that probably when Howard's had enough, he'll go upstairs and Eddie will take over, and he'll be far better for it, and he'll remember the experience what he had here. I'll have done him a world of good. We all know that we need 1 or 2 more players, and they're not going to be around too long. Now's the time when people they've just started back training, and now's the time they have a look at things and say, right, we need to get 1 or 2 in, and they know what's available, but the good players will not be there that long.